One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 30 base. Go. Switch.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Hill. Open man is Kendrick Bourne.
Hill's pass complete to Kendrick Bourne. It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Hill. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Take me out. Here we go. Great 15.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Check. 154. Great. You don't want that. Man, 5-7. Hey, we're good.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Come on, baby. Let's go. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Wentz now on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the Vikings' 32-yard line.
49, check 49, check 49.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day,
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Nice hit, boy.
Here we go, back.
50's a Mike, 50's a Mike.
Wins to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
25, check 25, check. Let's go, great. Check 43. 6-6, pull it high.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 72 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wentz now to throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. 14, 82. 240.
55 Mike.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
You. Watch twist. Watch.
Now Wentz on third down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken on the 25. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 35 on second down, Hill. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
5. You ain't doing nothing today.
53 to Mike. 53.
Hard. Go.
Here's Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Mike,
Here we go. 280. Sunday.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
push him back.
Two jam.
Now a carry for Sanders. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Wentz now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
80 weapons.
54. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
5'9".
54.
Shotgun snap and then to give to Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Waiting.
Check.
Ram.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 good yards here on the run, and now third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Six guys. Check 6 guys.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Check 24. Check 24.
They go back to the ground with Sanders, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Wentz now on third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Check.
74.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Kill.
Mike 5-4.
To throw is Wentz. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's first and 10.
No.
Kill.
Tighten up.
Tight. Brand.
Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Mike 55.
Let's find 7.
Switch. Check 9.
Throwing his Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Slam.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. From midfield, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to
and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Danielle Hunter, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the pressure gets to him again. Anthony Barr. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. The Eagles send out their punter now. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
60 Pittsburgh. 54.
Just like that. Just like that.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Eagles' 43-yard line.
10-2 stop.
54 Mike.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Get it.
Off of play action. Hill. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Play action. It's Hill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run. It's Sanders. On a man down, and it's Sanders. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check it back. Check it back.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build. Off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Now it's the backup Cousins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check pass, check pass. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Watch 54. I got you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off. Here's
Wentz to throw. And that's complete to Jeffrey.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Hey, wahoo!
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And Allen's got it. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check. Gray 15, Gray 15.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground is Cook. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check 31, check 31.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the screen. Pass.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensive.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. K.J. Wright in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Brings up third down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Game 5-7.
Check 15, check 15. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Hey, Charlie.
You can't block me.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.
You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah.
Here we go, set, 30 base. Leaf river. Go now, 90, to go. Let's go, put that. On the double. Down. Stick the oar. Ready. Set, ready. 50, plant. Hit it. Okay, ready? Shoot! On the ready. Go, go! Got it? Now!
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. So many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It's a
Go!
so long getting back to
Gator.
my right mind. 5
Get
days
it.
straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help.
Set.
Always getting
70,
money, raise
Indy.
no sleep.
5.
Keep it on me 'cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and
Ready. Leaf river.
be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find a ways to push my buttons.
Come on, set.
I came out of the
10
jungle
logo.
where it rained and it thundered, but I
Chopper,
breathe like
chopper.
the summer.
Let's
I
go.
don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Got so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the
60 outlaw.
nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Got so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like
Ready?
I'll die
Eight,
by the
three.
nighttime. It took me so
General,
long
huh.
getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need
Here we
no
go.
scale.
60
I've been on my
Pittsburgh.
I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I wear my thoughts. I don't get to take off. The haters get off. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these
On the
trips, I
set.
had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live.
Ready, ready?
What these mad for? I just had to do it. Got a really big bag for it. At your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it.
Copy base. Huck, go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ready.
Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready?
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Now.
Get ready,
Down. 90 Wolf. Recon. 130. Get it.
This be the green light. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a
Ready,
style
set.
so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs off the head, all being
Fire.
moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right colors, meaning credentials. Best in both worlds, rocking over pearls and instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm.
Set,
as
ready.
hard as you can
18
go.
Gators.
To the letter rock, turn it up. We giving a show.
61 Matchbox Light.
Rock it, what you talking about?
Big Rip. Big Rip.
Can you rock it like rockets? Close encounter of what kind?
Here we go. 60 Ord.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quick
go.
A plus the final. Vocals we align with all simultaneously over joints and rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the
Ready,
board,
break.
unlike you and your chest.
Cut out.
Stormed out and you and your yes man. And if we didn't have things, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all
Set.
ground. Ready?
50 plant.
Are you set?
Huh.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the left, right? Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your
Ready,
mind.
ready.
Can you rock
Ready,
it
ready.
like rockets? Full of what kind?
Come on. Set. 70 Indy.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow.
Set up. 10 Lobo. Hit it. Ready. 60 out. Shoot.
Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn
Here we
it
go. Here we go. Let's go.
But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? Full
Ready up.
of what kind?
Down.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Here we go. Set. Get it. Ready, ready. Hey, Alpha. Fire. Let's go now. 8 Reed. Blue draw Corker.
So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age.
Go.
Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds.
Big River.
Somebody gonna
Big
want
River.
revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through.
Let's go.
Same packet
60
of what I knew.
Pittsburgh.
So I never get
Greystone
confused.
travel.
Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new.
Now.
Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones.
Say go.
Screwed up, celebrating the news. I do a good job. Come on and pull off. Head on and hood on. Pedal put on. I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think
Down.
as hard as a cruise.
10
Receipts in my
Tucson.
pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love
Hey.
me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody
Cut
got
out.
want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want
Set,
it
ready?
now.
15,
Throw the ball
set.
with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Eighth floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist.
Here we go.
11 a.m.
Ready, ready.
Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess, I'm a schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the ever seen a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got people closer than a match. Cause all your boys got expensive habits. I know what they think, they know what I'm trying to say. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't get
Ready.
answer questions.
90
and I
Wolf.
make you two okay. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change.